So let's see the inferior vena cava. So here you can see that is the inferior vena cava. So that is also called the IVC. It is the largest and the widest vein of the body, and it drains most of the blood from the body below to the diaphragm. So here you can see that is the diaphragm, and from this below to it, that is the all deoxygenated blood from the body that should be drained into that the IVC. Okay, then these IVC that drain its deoxygenated blood into the right atrium of the heart. Then the IVC, it is formed by the union of, here you can see, it is formed by the union of right and left common iliac vein. So here you can see it should be formed by the right and left common iliac vein in front of the L5 vertebra. So here that the level in the L5 vertebra. Then it ascends to the right side of the abdominal aorta. So here in this diagram you can see that is this inferior vena cava that should be present on the right side of the abdominal aorta. Then it ascends upwards and on the right crus of the diaphragm to reach the groove on the posterior surface of the liver between the right and the caudal lobe, and just grows, it pierces the central tendon of the diaphragm at the level of the T8 vertebra. Okay? And then it converted into that the terminate by entering the right atrium of the heart. So in this way, that is the course of the inferior vena cava. Then we should have to see that is the part of the inferior vena cava, it should be forming that the tributaries. So the inferior vena cava, it receives the following tributaries, that is first three formative veins, that is the two common iliac veins. So here you can see that is the right common iliac vein and the left common iliac vein and the median sacral vein. So these three veins that should be enters into that the inferior vena cava. Then the three abdominal wall tributaries, that is the inferior phrenic vein which is present into this region, then the third and the fourth lumbar vein. So here you can see that is the third and fourth the lumbar veins. Then the three lateral visceral tributaries. Okay? So firstly we should have to see the right side of the tributaries. That is first it is the right suprarenal vein. So here you can see that is the single right suprarenal vein. Second, that is the renal vein, and third one, that is the gonadal vein. So these three vein that is directly enters into that the IVC. Okay? Then the left side of the lateral veins. So in the left side, that is the left gonadal veins, means in the male that may be testicular and in the female that may be ovarian. So that should be enters into that the renal vein, and the left suprarenal vein that should be firstly enters into that the renal vein, and the renal vein then open into that the inferior vena cava. That is in the right side, these three veins, that is the right suprarenal vein, renal vein and the right gonadal vein, means testicular or the ovarian vein, that is directly enters into the inferior vena cava. But into the left side, that is the gonadal vein and the suprarenal vein, left suprarenal vein, that is firstly enters into the renal vein, and the renal vein then enters into that the inferior vena cava. Okay? Then three anterior visceral tributaries, that is the right, middle and the left hepatic vein. So here you can see that is the hepatic vein, that is the right, middle and the left, that the three hepatic vein that is directly drain into that the inferior vena cava. So these are the tributaries which is enters into that the inferior vena cava. And then at the level of the at the level of T8 vertebra, through the diaphragm into that the vena cava opening, that the inferior vena cava that should be enters into the right atrium of the heart and it should be ends. So that is the inferior vena cava. After then see the superior vena cava. So the superior vena cava, here you can see that is the superior vena cava. So superior vena cava, or that is called the SVC, it is about 7 centimeter long and the 1.20 centimeter in diameter. So it lies in the superior and the middle mediastinum. Okay? Then its extra pericardial part lies in the superior mediastinum and its intrapericardial part lies in the middle mediastinum. So that is the important. Then it collects the deoxygenated blood from the upper half of the body, that is the head, neck, upper limb, thoracic wall and the upper part of the abdomen, and it is drained into the right atrium of the heart. ठीक है. Then formation, course and the termination of the superior vena cava. So it is formed by the lower border of the right first costal cartilage. So here you can see that is the first costal cartilage. ठीक है. Then by the union of, so how it should be formed? It should be formed by the union of right and the left brachiocephalic vein. So here that is the right brachiocephalic vein and this is the left brachiocephalic vein. So here you can see that is the right and left brachiocephalic vein. ठीक है. Then it passes vertically downwards. So here you can see behind the right border of the sternum. So that is the right border of the sternum and pierces the pericardium at the level of second costal cartilage, and then it terminates into the upper part of the right atrium here at the lower border of the right third costal cartilage. So here you can see that is the third costal cartilage, C3. ठीक है. There is no valves present into the lumen because of the gravitational force, the blood from that is the upper part of the body that can easily enters throughout that the SVC. ठीक है. Then the subdivisions of the SVC. So SVCs can be subdivided into the two parts, that is the extra pericardial part that is present into the superior mediastinum and the intrapericardial part which is present into the middle mediastinum. ठीक है. Then the tributaries of the SVC. So first right and left brachiocephalic vein. So that is the right brachiocephalic vein and that is the left brachiocephalic vein. Then the next one that is the azygous vein. So here you can see this is the azygous vein which arches over the root of right lung and opens into the SVC just before piercing the fibrous pericardium. ठीक है. Then the some veins which are directly drained into that the SVC, that is the mediastinal vein and the pericardial veins. So that is the superior vena cava, this one. After then we should have to see that is the brachiocephalic vein. So this is the right brachiocephalic vein and that is the left brachiocephalic vein. So these are the two brachiocephalic veins, that is the right and the left, and each of them form behind the sternoclavicular joint. So here you can see that is the sternoclavicular joint on the both side, that is the sternum and these are the two clavicles. So it should be present or form behind the sternoclavicular joint by the union of internal jugular vein and the subclavian vein. So left brachiocephalic vein that should be formed by the left internal jugular vein and the left subclavian vein. So here you can see, and same like the right brachiocephalic vein that should be forming by the right internal jugular vein and right subclavian vein, this one. ठीक है. Then they unite to forming the SVC. ठीक है. बोथ ब्रैकियोसेफेलिक वेन्स दे आर डिवाइड ऑफ द वॉल्स एंड द डिफरेंस बिटवीन द राइट एंड द लेफ्ट ब्रैकियोसेफेलिक वेन्स, दैट इज द लेंथ ऑफ द लेफ्ट ब्रैकियोसेफेलिक वेन, इट इज लार्जर देन द राइट ब्रैकियोसेफेलिक वेन. Okay. So now we should have to see the azygous and the hemiazygous vein. So here in this diagram you can see that is the azygous vein, that is the hemiazygous vein. So the term azygous means that is the single or without a companion. The azygous system of vein that consists of, this is the azygous vein, this is the hemiazygous vein and the accessory azygous vein. So this one. Okay. These veins lie in front of the thoracic part of the vertebral column and play important role in the venous drainage of the thorax. Okay. So let's see first, that is the azygous vein. So this one. So the azygous vein, it is present only in the right side of the upper part of the posterior abdominal wall and posterior to the mediastinum. ठीक है. It connects the inferior vena cava with superior vena cava. So here you can see this is the inferior vena cava, this one, and this is the superior vena cava, this one. So it connects the inferior vena cava and the superior vena cava. It provides with the walls and may appear tortuous. The functions of azygous veins, these are, that is, it drains the venous blood from the thoracic wall and the upper lumbar region. ठीक है. Then it forms an important collateral channel collecting the superior vena cava and the inferior vena cava. So that is the important function which is done by the azygous vein. After then we should have to see, that is the formation of the azygous vein. So it is formed by this azygous vein, it is formed by the union of right subcostal and right ascending lumbar vein. So here you can see that is the right ascending lumbar vein and the right subcostal vein. ठीक है. At the level of T12 vertebra. So that is the T12 vertebra. Commonly it arises from the posterior aspect of inferior vena cava. So here you can see that is the both are arises from the posterior aspect of the inferior vena cava. The inferior vena cava that should be present near to the renal vein. So here on both sides, that is you can see that is the renal vein at the level of the T12 vertebra. ठीक है. As the contribution of the right subcostal vein. So here occasionally it may be arises from right renal or the right first lumbar vein, but that is very rare condition. Then the course and the termination of the azygous vein. So the azygous vein, after the formation, it ascends up and leaves the abdomen by passing through the aortic opening of the diaphragm and then enters into the posterior mediastinum. There ascends vertically in front of the vertebral column up to the level of T4 vertebra. So here you can see that is the T4 vertebra, where each arches forward above the hilum of right lung. ठीक है. And terminate to, here it should be turned on the right side and terminate to the superior vena cava at the second costal cartilage. ठीक है. So that is the course of the azygous vein. Then the tributaries which is included to forming that the azygous vein, that is first the lower 7th right posterior intercostal veins. So here you can see that is the lower 7, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6th, 5th. So these are 7th posterior lower the intercostal veins. Then right superior intercostal vein formed by the union of second, third and the fourth. So here you can see that is formed by the second, third and the fourth. ठीक है, so that should be also drain into that the azygous vein. Then the hemiazygous vein. So here that is the hemiazygous vein that should be also drained into the azygous vein at the level of T7 or T8 vertebra. Okay. Then accessory hemiazygous vein. So here accessory hemiazygous vein that should be also drained into the azygous vein at the level of T8 or the T9 vertebra. ठीक है. Then right subcostal vein. So right subcostal vein, here you can see that should be also drained into that the azygous vein. Then the right bronchial vein, apart from this right bronchial vein, right ascending lumbar vein. So here you can see right ascending lumbar vein. Then the esophageal vein and mediastinal veins and the pericardial veins. So all these veins that should be drained into that the azygous vein. ठीक है. After completion of the azygous vein, then let's start that is the hemiazygous vein. So this one, that is the hemiazygous vein. So the hemiazygous vein, it should be formed by the left and similar to the azygous vein by formation of union of, how it should be formed, by formation of the union of the left ascending lumbar vein. So here you can see that is the left ascending lumbar vein and left subcostal vein. So that is the left subcostal vein. ठीक है. Sometimes it may arises from posterior surface of the left renal vein. So here that is the left renal vein and sometimes it may be formed the posterior surface of the left renal vein. Then the course and the termination of the hemiazygous vein. Then it pierces the left crus of the diaphragm and ascends vertically in front of the left side of the vertebral column up to the level of T8 vertebra. ठीक है. Then at the level of T8 vertebra it is turned to the right side and crosses the vertebral column posterior to that the aorta and the esophagus and the thoracic duct, and then it terminate into that the azygous vein. ठीक है. Then the tributaries of the hemiazygous vein. So it should be drained, that is the lower 9th to 11th posterior intercostal vein. So here you can see 9, 10 and 11, that is the posterior intercostal vein. Then the left subcostal vein. So here you can see that is the left subcostal vein. Then the left ascending lumbar vein. So here you can see that is the left ascending lumbar vein. Then apart from these, small esophageal veins and the mediastinal veins, that is also drains into that the hemiazygous vein. ठीक है. After then we should have to see that is the accessory hemiazygous vein, this one. So the accessory hemiazygous vein, in the another diagram we can see this one, the accessory hemiazygous vein. So the accessory hemiazygous vein lies in the left side only and correspond to the upper part of the azygous vein. So that is the mirror image of, so here that is the azygous vein and same like the that is the mirror image of the upper part of right azygous vein. ठीक है. Then it begins from the medial end of the left 4th or 5th intercostal space. So here that is from the 4th or 5th intercostal space. Then it descends to the left side. So here you can see it descends to the left side of the vertebral column. Then at the level of T8 vertebra, so here you can see it turns to the right side and passes in front of the vertebral column posterior to the aorta, esophagus and the thoracic duct, and then terminates into that the azygous vein. So here you can see that should be terminates into that the azygous vein. Then the tributaries of the accessory hemiazygous vein. First, 5th to 8th left posterior intercostal vein. So here you can see 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th posterior intercostal vein, and left bronchial vein sometimes that may be also drain into that the accessory hemiazygous vein. Okay? So these are the three veins which is present into that the thoracic cavity, that is the azygous vein, then the hemiazygous vein and the accessory hemiazygous vein, which is all drain, both accessory and hemiazygous vein drain into that the azygous vein, and the azygous vein then that is drain into the superior vena cava, this one.